Will you die happy? Everyone dies, and there's no way to stop that. All you could do is accept the inevitable and live in peace. My experience with death happened in the year 2014, when I was only 14 years old. I never felt true sadness till that point. It came as a sudden shock to me. I never thought that the day would come so soon. I couldn't believe that one moment I was sitting on my couch, and the next I was at a funeral. I had loved ones, one that accepted the Reaper and invited him in his home after trying to keep him out, and one that lunged to the Reaper only to be scorched to ash the next day. This isn't just my story. This is the tale of a lover and a fighter. Where it all began for me was at home. I was having a normal day, enjoying my sunny life, when at night the darkness rained down on my family. A call that would change my life forever. My uncle had set himself up like a match. I heard my dad frantically rushing around the house packing his stuff. I would soon find out that he was leaving to Massachusetts. I heard my mom tell me to get packed as well. I didn't travel with my father on the plane. My mom, sisters, and I went by car. My papa was a fantastic man who loved all 5 of his sons and too many grandchildren to count, as much as he could. After having so many faults with him in his old age, he decided to stop the help and accept death. He had all our family up north visit him and play music with him to say their goodbyes. Sadly, the last time I spoke to him wasn't in person with the rest of my family. It was on FaceTime on my iPad. I'll never forget what he said to me. In his passing, he cracked a joke. High school was the best 5 years of my life. As I heard him joke, all I could think about wasn't laughter, but sadness and hatred for not taking more pills to postpone his sleep. I took a screenshot of all my family together on FaceTime. It was the last picture I ever had with him. I went in the car and we drove to a hotel only 3 hours from Massachusetts. All night I slept to only be woken up on a bright snowy day. The sun shined through our window, and all I heard my mom say to me was, "Jacob, Papa passed in his sleep last night." To the shock, I was mad at my mom for not leaving a day earlier so we could see him in person. We got up and we went to the other uncle's house. My aunt then took all the kids to get ice cream and keep our minds off the tragedy. That night, me and my cousin couldn't sleep. I was looking up at the ceiling on the bed they made on the floor. A week later, we had the funeral. For the first time, I saw my uncles, my cousins, and friends weep over the tragedy. I never saw how burned my uncle was when he decided to leave his daughters and at the time 3-year-old son. It just goes through my mind every so often of what he could have looked like. All I know of his appearance is from my dad talking to his brothers on the phone. He was saying how he spent his birthday with his little brother on his deathbed. He listened to our Superman say he was a quitter. All I heard that my uncles and dad had decided to tell my papa that he had lost a son. I will never forget what happened that month, and all I only wish I could write in more detail of the ending to 2 great men. My papa left happy. My uncle did not. I don't know if I'll leave happy with my past decisions, or I'll regret ever making them. Neither do you. All we can do is speculate. So in our last breaths, will we leave with a smile? Will we go in peace? Will our legacy continue? Will we die happy?